Hi. We're continuing our last example, the say PHP, except this time I'll show you how you could actually use the database models. So let's go back to the index function. We'll take the by function. We don't need this. Basically, let's load the database. You load a database by calling the load model and then the database name. For organization purposes, it's always nice to have your model names corresponding to the controller name. So it's going to be say hi model. Now we actually have to go and create this model. So if we go to the model section, we create a new file and let's just call it say hi model. So you just click OK. Now same thing as we did with the wrong thing, should be, let's rename it to be .php. Now like the main controller, we check if the if it's been called through the application or not. Now the class, again, this class name, same as the file name. The file name has to be all lowercase. The class name doesn't really matter. Now you actually have to extend the model controller here. This model controller like loads the database information for you. Now the database information has to go in the configs. So basically here we have the database name Amana. That's the one I'm using right now. No password. Yeah, I know, no security, but my computer is not on DMZ, so it doesn't really matter. So we have the local host, the root. So database configuration set, so is the model. Now the same thing with the constructor for this model, we call the parent constructor. The parent constructor is the actual constructor that connects to the database. Now let's call this function get users. Basically this will return some list. I have here a database list of clients, only 3 records, so we'll show it here. This is the controller. So let's just go here, select star from clients. Now here's the thing, in all your queries you have to make sure that you use the correct connection link. So this will be this get link. I'm sorry, get link. This is the database connection for this model. That's why you could even load more than one model. That's why everybody needs their own connection. So this is basically it, get users. So we loaded this model. To load this model, get users. So if we do user list, it's gonna call the model the get users. Now the model is the handler for the database. Now if you want a different handler, or let's say you're using more than one database, you will actually name the handler. Let's say users. So this is the name, the handler for this model. So you just say users get users. Now we do print r user list. Now if everything is correct, which I assume it is, unless I'm wrong with this function, but hopefully I'm not. Let's just do this. Okay, say hi model, line 6. Oh, it's extends. See, it prints the client name, the telephone number. So as we see, it returns the first row and returns it to the user list, the model we call, then we print it. Now we could do other things with the model here, so basically this is how the relationship between the models and the controller works. Let me see if there's anything else I need to show you. No, not really. I mean, you could this get link, return it to the here and actually use the queries here, but for organizational purposes, which is the main purpose of an MVC, is to separate your controller, your database, which is the model, and your views. So that's basically it for the models. The next tutorial will go on how you actually do the view section. Thank you for listening.